Hello and good afternoon, everyone. Dear authors and invited guests, welcome to the technical session 6A. Myself Adesh Bazare, and this session would be moderated by me. On behalf of Global Knowledge Research Foundation and GR Scholastic LLP, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to the ninth International Conference on Information and Communication Technology for Intelligent Systems, ICTIS 2025, Bangkok, Thailand. The ninth edition of the conference is being organized in a hybrid mode. The physical event was held yesterday in Bangkok, Thailand, and the virtual event is being held through Zoom today and tomorrow, that is 5th and 6th of April 2025. I hope you will enjoy the knowledgeable and interactive sessions through the day. In this session, we have 10 presentations. Each presenter will be given 10 minutes for the presentations and 2 minutes for question and answers. On 9 minutes, I'll raise a gentle reminder. There is another request to all the participants that you all stay connected with us till the closing remarks. If you have any query or update, then you can write it to me in chat box. Before we start the session, I would like to introduce you all to the chair of for this session, Dr. Ilyas Tabane. Dr. Ilyas is a lecturer in the Department of Information Systems at the University of South Africa. His research focuses on information systems, particularly in business informatics. With a strong academic background and a commitment to innovation, he actively contributes to the advancement of knowledge in information systems, fostering research and practical solutions in the field. Dr. Elias, may I now invite you to share your opening remarks with us?
Good morning, colleague. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for inviting me for this session. I'm just looking forward for the robust session. When I look at the titles, it indeed shows that it will be a robust session. So I will encourage all the participants to participate fully. Let's have a robust session, exchange knowledge, enhance one another and contribute to this knowledge of information system. I thank you. I'm looking forward for this exciting session.
Thank you, sir. Moving forward, now I would like to introduce our next session chair, Dr. Rakesh Sharma. He is the head of the department and assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science and Application at Vivekananda Global University, Jaipur. With over 17 years of experience in academia and administration, his expertise includes university lecturing, academic advising, and curriculum development, with a strong focus on enhancing student success in computer science and engineering. Dr. Rakesh, may I now invite you to share your opening remarks as well?
Thanks, sir. First of all, thanks to all organizing team to invite me as in session chair in this wonderful conference session. And I give all the best to all the participants for sharing their valuable thoughts through their valuable knowledge through their papers. Thanks, sir. All the best to all the participants of the session.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to start with papers. We will begin with Mr. Rishabh Singh. Present his paper, a comprehensive review and comparative analysis of lightweight cryptography algorithms regarding speed, power consumption, and memory usage. Mr. Rishabh, are you in the session? Moving forward, we have Mr. Jay Kumar S. Patel. Sir, are you in the session?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I invite Mr. Jay Kumar S. Patel to present his paper on a comprehensive review of face recognition based attendance systems, challenges, and future directions.
Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Okay, hope my screen is visible and I am audible. Can anyone can confirm?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so myself, Jay Kumar Patel. I am from the Department of Computer Science, Gujarat University, Gujarat. A comprehensive, my project research title is Review of Face Recognition Based Attendance System, challenges that can be occur and future direction that may solve the problems of this particular situation. Okay, so attendance. So normally, as we all know, attendance is a matrix that will evaluate the performance of students as well as attendance, whatever the attendance the students are attending in classroom that affect on the result of that particular student. Because at the end of the semester, he or she will get some of the portion of marks from it. Okay, so if we go behind, there are several methods that are already been implemented. Our traditional method that in these times also that is followed, that is roll call. One students are called and attendance is taken. Then the RFID is introduced. But with RFID, the problem is that whenever it is not sure that that particular student will use that RFID because we have to give some smart card like thing. Okay, so that smart card can carry by any of the students. So we can't ensure that this particular student has attended this particular class. Then the introduction of fingerprints and IDs identification came. But in that case, what happened? We have to go one by one. So ultimately, the time to take the attendance is going to increase. And then face identification technology is used. As of now, we can say a single person or single student at a time. If we take single person at a time, the attendance will be, you can say 100% taken correctly. Okay. But whenever we consider a whole class at a time, there are still many issues that can be faced in real world scenario. Here, particular concentration is on classroom settings. So for that, we have done some literature reviews. Uh, so here are some of the finding of already been research that is done. Okay, so in 2020, they have done some research on attendance management system. They have used her casted classifier for detection, and for recognition, they have used local binary pattern histogram. Okay, but in that case, they are getting the attendance, but they are getting the attendance in batches of some of the students, not the whole class at a time. That was the limitation. So ultimately, it will also get some time to take the attendance. Then second paper that we have reviewed, that is implementing CCTV-based attendance taking support system using deep face recognition. In that research paper, they are using HopeNet for detection and FaceNet and ArcNet for the recognition. They are using a recording of CCTV footage. Okay, but in recording, what they are doing, they will just, you can say, they will fetch the student or person information one by one. Okay, so the whole class at a time will not be there. Whenever they pass by that particular camera, that particular student face will be fetched. Then a third paper that we have referred is transfer learning of neural network using deep learning to perform face recognition. Here they are using her cascade based detection method and AlexNet uh, for recognition. They are getting quite good accuracy. As you can see here in Friday, they are getting approx 97.95% of accuracy. So that is, I think, good accuracy. But when we consider it for educational side, we have to go for the at least 99.9, something like that accuracy. Then and then the requirement will be fulfilled. And that is very difficult in real-time scenario. The next paper that we have referred is machine learning based face recognition for video surveillance system. Okay, and they are using RSVM, that is also giving some good accuracy, but that is also with the you can say proper lighting conditions. Then next paper that we have referred is exploring transfer learning in image analysis using feature extraction with pre-trained models. Here they have used RCNN for face detection and RaceNet for face recognition. Here they have found that RaceNet continuously outperform current architecture through a methodical fusion or transfer learning, fine-tuning, and class inversion migration strategy. So what they have concluded is if we use fine tuning and transfer learning in pre-trained model, it might get some good accuracy on our data set. Okay, that is the case with this particular paper. And then in 2024, attendance system for online classes, because I think the research was initiated in 2020-21, something like that. So at that time, I think COVID was there. So they have begun the research with the online classes, and they are getting some good precision and accuracy in VGG FaceNet, VGG Face and FaceNet model. And this is only implemented on the online classes. Then next that we have review is real-time face recognition at the edge. They have used YOLO, and YOLO is giving, you can say, approx 100% accuracy for the detection. So YOLO is solving the detection for the attendance, and they have used for recognition, they have used R's face. So R's face is also giving good accuracy, but in their research paper, they do not mention the how many percentage the accuracy is. So we are not able to find that how many percentage is there. Then next paper that we have reviewed is face recognition method based on the visual conversation network, that RCN. They are also using R cascade and RaceNet 155. As RaceNet 50, RaceNet 155, the layer is going to be increased, so it is giving some good accuracy as well. Okay, so from our literature review, we have derived some methodology that if we combine these all research papers, we can derive this methodology that what method can be followed to bigger research with. So that method is using CCTV. CCTV will capture the video from the classroom. From that video, we can extract the frame in real time or in from the existing video, and then from that extracted frame, we can fetch the faces or crop the faces using different detection algorithm. From our review, we find that I think the YOLO 9 is giving good performance, and then we can crop that images and extract the features. Okay, so when we say accept the feature, we have to do some modification in the last layer, dense layer, and extract the features only. Okay, and that features will be matched with the existing data set that is already been built of that particular class students. Okay, so ultimately at the end, we are going to compare the features of two faces. If we will set the something like threshold, if a particular features match beyond that threshold, we can consider it as present, otherwise it is absent. Okay, so when we say this methodology will be used and this we will do, there are some technical aspects and challenges that we have to go through. First of all, uh, quality of camera. Okay, so we will need high resolution camera to get the accurate result, and that is the main thing when we go for you can say currently I am working in state university. So in state university, the infrastructure is not that much good. So that is one of the challenge. Second one is we will need powerful units like GPU, and that costs much. So that we have to consider. And third one is latency time in data transmission. If we want to store data into the cloud, then there is always a latency time that will be added in the result. Okay, so this technical challenge we have to overcome, and then we will produce a good system. So at the end, we can conclude that real-time use in education institute the remains significant potential to improve the accuracy of face detection and recognition. We have to increase the accuracy. Real-time implementation in educational settings still face challenges. If we want to implement this in real-time educational setting in classroom, then there are limited resources, CCTV system, lighting condition has much impact on the accuracy. And detecting multiple faces at a time, that is also. Then despite of these challenges, face recognition offers several benefit. If we introduce face recognition successfully in classroom setting, then the benefit that we will get is accuracy will be increased, efficiency will be increased, scalability and adaptability will be there. So everyone will get the benefit of that, and you can say proxy kind of thing will not be possible. Okay, and also we can same thing can be implemented in online also. As we know nowadays, most of the thing is going online. So for that online also we can implement this kind of face recognition system. Some of the references that we have used. Okay, so I think I conclude here my presentation. I Okay, sir, I am done. Any question from your end? Please let me know.
Patel sir, which algorithm you have used to implement this system?
No. I am just proposing that this algorithm can be used, and I have proposed for detection YOLO, and for recognition we can go for ResNet or VGG.
So, sir, one another question. After reading, going through these research papers, can you tell me two any research gaps that you have find out after going a literature survey?
Okay, main research gap is when we say real-time classroom setting. That kind of research I didn't found, because there are many challenges like lighting condition. Some of the in some of the research paper, I can see a 19 above 99% of accuracy, but they are taking only one student or one person at a time. That is the case.
Okay, can I come in also there?
Sorry,
So
sir.
I think, yes, I think also when you're doing your research gap, I think you should also look at the aspect of security, because we are dealing now with the facial recognition. Now you have
Yes.
collecting data of the faces of the people, which is part of the biometrics. So
Yeah.
also within the review of your gaps, you should look at how other systems has implemented the aspect of privacy, because now we are in the age of AI. We speak about the deep fake, we speak about the llama. They can create an image similar to me personally impersonating me. So you should look at also those particular aspects and then include them in your review, or include them when you start to implement whatever system or the model which you're gonna use in the future. Thank you.
Yes, sir. I am also thinking about that, and I think you have suggested very well. So I will focus on that thing also. Okay. Any other question from your end?
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. So should I stop staring?
Yes, sir. So, thank you, sir. Now, for our next presentation, we have Professor N.C. Barber. So, are you in the meeting?
Yes, sir. Yes, present.
Okay. So, I'd like Professor N.C. Barber to present its paper on design and implementation of virtual campus area network for MBM University Jodhpur, a case study of RIP, EIGRP, and OSPF routing protocol under FTP traffic.
Is it visible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir, your screen is visible and you are audible.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you for giving this opportunity. Myself, Professor N.C. Barwar, working in MBA University, Jodhpur, India. And my co-authors, Ram Kishore and Devesh Bhatnagar, they are also present here. So basically, my topic, which is design and implementation of virtual campus area network for our university, we have taken a case study of the RIP, ERGRP, and OSPF routing protocol under FTP traffic. So basically, the overview of this is to design the campus area network for any organization. That is a typical or challenging task to utilize the better resources in the better way. For that, a network engineer has to be gone through very uh, efficiently for a critical things which are considering for the network. So basically, the main goal of this research is to explore the networking technology implementation for undertaken campus to create a virtual network that utilizes the same configuration of existing physical network at par with proposed fiber cables, single mode and multi mode in our campus. We are having the single mode as well as multi mode fiber cables, then VLANing, then subnetting, then DSCP, then net and dynamic routing protocols. So here we have considered the three dynamic routing protocol RIP, EIGRP, OSPF. Now, to study these three routing protocols, considering the various performance parameters for comparison under FTP traffic. So, basically, we have taken the FTP traffic to compare the performance parameters for these routing protocols uh, for this study. Now, the routing protocols, which are generally used for the chosen for the best path for packet travel on entire network. So it is very challenging or very tedious task to decide which protocol has to be considered for what kind of the network, for the what kind of the traffic. So we have studied in this research. So basically, RIP, this is a dynamic routing technology called routing information protocol, employs hop count as a routing statistics to determine the optimum route between a source network and destination network. It is outside the reach of the network and is above the maximum allowed for the RIP of 15 hops. This is a limitation of the RIP routing protocol, that it can consider only 15 number of the hops. The number of routers between the source and destination which are considered as a one hop. So here in the next routing protocol, this is the proprietary item of this Cisco IGRP. The distance data used to choose the most effective loop-free path is known as a metric. EIGRP has a generally hop count of 100, but it can be set up to 255. So basically, this hop may be also considered as a administrative distance, and the value of the administrative distance which can be up to 255. So if the less the number of the administrative distance, then router will consider that particular path as a shortest path. So the routing tables of the each neighbor are kept on file by NEIGRP based routers. And the third one is open shortest path first OSPF routing protocol, which is used to decide the optimum route from the sender to the receiver, router using its own best shortest path first is one of the interior gateway protocol or the protocol that tries to move the packet within a sizable autonomous system or routing domain. Now, we have considered these routing protocols using these for study of our campus area network for our university. So we have divided the number of the steps and uh, in through the this flow chart. So first we have started and considered the network configuration design. So basically how or what kind of the design we have taken that has to be optimum, has to be playing an important role. Then network topology, then routing protocol settings. Then we have given the IP addresses to the devices, nodes through the IP interfaces. Then these three routing protocols performance have been considered, have been checked uh, through the testing on different simulation parameters mode through the Cisco packet tracer. And now, after getting the final results, we have analyzed the performance of the network compared in the taking the FTP traffic in different scenarios. So basically, this routing this particular flow chart shows the steps which are taken in this particular research. Now, this is a physical the topology of our university, the campus. So campus is spread over the different departments or different sections. So basically, we are having the physical devices like Juniper router, which is connected to the Sophos, our firewall. Then we are having the L3 switch, D-Link switch. Then these are the main campus, then North campus, then hostel campus. So basically, this is a physical diagram which illustrates the our network. Then using the Cisco packet tracer, practically or through the simulation, we have designed the considered the topology and configuration accordingly all the devices uh, and taken here uh, this one is the one campus, this is the another campus, and all campuses are connected through the backbone as a fiber cable, single mode and multi mode. And we have taken here three L3 switches which are connected to our main firewall and the network catering the all the nodes here. Now this is a simulation data, how we have captured the simulation data. So basically, the network displays the connectivity between several nodes. Here, the tree kind of the topology you can see by this diagram that we are having the end nodes and the number of the levels here. So we can also increase, but this is a physical particular our campus area where we have simulated this physical existing topology or we can say these with routing protocols which are primarily used in the IP network environment make up the network RIP, OSPF, and these are protocols. Every routing protocol for this network model this is displaying. Then here we have pinging the traffic generator. Here's this data by pinging the traffic by the pinging the IP addresses. We are verifying whether the traffic is reaching or not. So connection is healthy or not. So which is useful for calculating, verifying the time it takes for a packet to reach its destination from this point to this point, from this point to this point. So from one end to another end, we are pinging from one node to another node and confirming whether the packet is traveling. In the next, it launches the simulation by pressing a button, because in the simulator Cisco packet tracer is used. So how we have captured how the execution is taken place by particularly by using the scenario. So in the table, in the next slide, these tables have been captured, which shows like this. So last device type, this is a type of the protocol we have used. This is a time. So basically here, delay delay taken to
Excuse me,
transmit.
sir.
Yeah, yeah.
So you
Pardon?
have 1 minute of time left. Please
Oh,
try
okay.
to wind up the conclusion in the time.
Yeah. So these are the datas, then graphs we have captured and analyzed, and finally we can say the comparison has been made available here for taking the constant and unconstant delay. And these are the comparison between OSPF with this traffic, and here data analysis has been done. This is the final comparison of these three routing protocols under FTP traffic with no constant delay. So basically, no constant delay means the delay which is considered as the transmission delay plus propagation delay, and extra the this one uh, processing delay, queue processing delay, and real time jitter, and all these. So here in this no constant delay, we have considered the processing as well as transmission, propagation, all things. Now, with the constant delay, we have considered only the transmission as well as processing propagation delay. So, both the cases have been considered in the FTP traffic using three protocols for various. So, here by this diagram, you can see in the first phase, this OSPF is performing better. It is taking less time compared to the IGRP and RIP. But if we increase the number of the devices, then the RIP is performing better. So here, on the basis of the number of devices, the number of hops, basically number of devices means here the number of hops between the routers. So we can decide whether which particular routing protocol is to be considered for the performing the better, giving the better in our network accordingly. So the performance of routing protocols have been analyzed. RIP, these under FTP protocol, we found that OSPF performance is good compared to RIP and IGRP in starting. But when nodes are increased, it consumes more time compared to RIP. The OSPF is better than EIGRR under FTP data control, traffic control. Hence, RIP works better then OSPF, similar to EIGRP, OSPF works then this better under FTP traffic. So basically here we can say the RIP is better than OSPF, then this is better than this one. So basically this is the our practical conclusion, and we have taken our this case study for our state university. Now, the future work after studying this network, in which we may utilize access control lists to restrict or permit devices, networks, and host security. These are the future work. We can also going to uh, embed. We can build a better campus area network. After evaluating the outcomes of the numerous methods and data, we can utilize these lists to decide which one to employ where. This allows us to manage a network based on host as well as controllers, which helps us remotely control access points and have other benefits, and what type of traffic is generated accordingly. We can use suitable routing protocols. Here we have taken only FTP traffic, and TCP traffic can be also be taken, but only we have considered the FTP. These are the references we have taken in our research. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sir, one question from my side. Sir, what was the main benefit to use these three protocols together, RIP, EIGRP, and OSPF?
Yeah. Basically, the network designer is not able to consider whether which protocol is to be employed practically. So basically, if the size of the network is lesser, or we can increase gradually the size of our network, then we can decide whether which particular uh, routing protocol is to be employed. Basically, everyone is free to take uh, any routing protocol, but it is up to the router whether which particular hop is to be considered the better. It depends on the administrative distance. So sometime if the performance of if the network size is lesser, then the RIP is better one. If the gradually the network size is increased, then we have to shift to the RIF from RIF to OSPF, like that. So it depends on the size of the network.
So, according to you, as per requirement, we can use either RIP, EIGRPF, and OSPF.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes, so a follow-up question will be, does that FTP traffic really impacts the routing protocol performance in your campus network setup?
Yeah. We can sir, we can use TCP traffic. We can use FTP protocol, FTP traffic. The traffic depends. So basically, we have taken the consideration for the FTP as a 5.
Okay, thank you.
You can also use the HTTP traffic also, but the scenario will be different. Yeah.
Noted.
Any more?
No, sir, thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Can I close the slides?
Yes, sir, you can.
Yeah.
So thank you, Professor Barwar. Before moving to the next presentation, I'd like to mention to all the presenters that please try to uh, sum up your entire presentation in the given time frame of 10 minutes, because we have a time constraint and we have 10 presentations in this particular session. So moving forward, do we have Mr. Jagdish Nayak in the session?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Abhinav Pathak. I'll be presenting on behalf of Jagdish, sir, if that's fine.
Sure, yes. So
Okay.
I'd like to invite Mr. Abhinav Pathak to present the paper DigiQuil Smart Pen for Automated Healthcare Documentation.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir, your screen is visible.
Okay. So let's start by understanding the motivation of our paper. So we had conducted a research survey of around 13 papers, and these are the research gaps that we have identified, which motivated our research. So number one is that the health sector needs continuous upgrades to meet demands of a growing population. So in places such as India or other high population or high population density places where there are not enough hospitals to take care of every patient, one major bottleneck is simply the amount of paperwork that people need to do. So oftentimes the patient comes, a lot of times it goes in asking the patient questions, them filling forms, and it's like a very tedious process. From our estimates, around 30 to 40% time is wasted in just these paperworks. And secondly is the accessibility. So it's not always true that like when the patient goes to the hospital, that the hospital people might speak the same language as the patient. The patient might not be as comfortable as they are speaking the regional language, then they're speaking in English, right? So in that case, just not being able to use the right words in the correct way often also causes delays. So these are the some research gaps that we have identified. Uh, let's look at what our solution is. So we have made an AI powered pen that is called DigiQuil, and the idea is to digitalize just complete like in handwritten notes for automated healthcare documentation. So what we wanted to do is have a way for the patient to just simply talk in natural language in any language that they want. Right now, we have tested it on Hindi and English for the most part, and the idea is that they can just talk like the device can just be kept in the room. You press a button, and the doctor can ask you questions, or the nurse can ask you questions, and the patient can reply in any language. And all of this gets recorded and transcribed. And we use actually a locally running large language model. So we are using Phi 3 Mini, which is a 3.8 billion parameter language model. It transcribes everything the patient has said. It has access to the documentation that is usually needed to be filled out for a patient, and based on the conversation, it can fill out those documentations and forms for the patient and output it in like a PDF file. So we try to keep the design as cheap as possible. So we have used off-the-shelf components, off-the-shelf cheap components. Like we have used the INMP441 microphone, which is actually pretty good for real-time audio capturing, because it can capture high quality audio and is also good at isolating voice. So it's not it doesn't have like it doesn't get overwhelmed by a lot of noise. And secondly, we're using a locally running transcription model called Whisper, which is actually built by OpenAI. Uh, it can transcribe in different languages. So we have tested our model specifically on Hindi and English, but it can do a range of other languages as well. However, we feel that for some languages the performance might not be as good. And secondly, we have used Phi 3 Mini, as I said, which is a small large language model that you can run locally on a Raspberry Pi or on a small server. Like that's the whole idea, that like it's as cheap as you can make it. And sort of this is how what we envision the workflow to be. So the idea is that the device you simply keep on the table or carry with you, and the doctor just needs to press one button. So the user interface is literally just having to press one button. So it's as easy as it can be. You press the button, there's a light on the device that goes red, which shows that it's green, that it's in recording mode. Over here, the patient and the doctor or the nurse can simply have a conversation. They can talk about whatever needs to be talked about. Once they're done, the doctor just needs to press the button again, which then shifts the device to processing mode. So here the device will transcribe everything that it has recorded. It would then pass that to the large language model. So it'll pass that to the large language model, where all the important and relevant features that are needed are extracted and put up into the ESP32, into a PDF format. Once that is done, the light goes from blue to green to show that it's ready for recording again. And when that happens, you'll have your PDF file ready with your documentations and everything correctly filled out. So that's the flow chart. And you could also look at this, which is the logic of like how it goes from one step to the other, and how the transcription and processing mode are handled. We also have the designs for this. So right now it's not exactly in a pen format, because we were using off-the-shelf components, meaning that we couldn't get it to the size that we wanted it to get to. But in the future, we do plan on further miniaturizing this so that it's as big as the pen itself. But yeah, we also have the real world demonstration of this. So on the table, you could see the device that is kept there. And this is just a normal conversation. I hope you can hear the audio. Yeah, so this was like just a natural conversation that they were happening while the device was recording. So I don't know if you paid attention to the how the lights change when it's in different moods. And once it's done, it outputted this patient intake form. So here you could see that all the details are filled out all by itself. It even identifies like when like the patient had past illnesses, different symptoms that they're experiencing right now, and medication that they're taking, or any other lifestyle factors that they have. So this is a proof of concept. This could work with a variety of different intake forms. It really depends on whatever form you give to it. It can identify what is required and what has been said in the conversation, and accordingly extract and fill out the form in that. We have also done further testing. So we had actually custom, like we had fine-tuned the model. We had tested it on 150 transcripts that we had generated using ChatGPT, and just to see how well it's able to extract the information correctly and fill out the forms correctly. So we tried it on different large language models. We had tried the Mixtral 7 billion model, the 5.3 mini, and the Llama 3. And what we noticed is that Llama 3 was the most accurate. However, it also had a huge amount of inference time. And since it's a 8 billion parameter model, it's not very efficient when you try to run it locally. So since our main goal was to run it locally, we went with 5.3 mini because we felt that it still had a good amount of accuracy. And in 5.3 mini, we tested different language as well. We tested Hindi, English, and Arabic. So we tested Arabic because it's the local language here at Dubai. So in that we found that Hindi and English had pretty good accuracy. However, we believe that Arabic could need some more work since we need at least 90 plus accuracy for it to be considered reliable. So this is our testing and the results. And yeah. So in this, we have created a device that can help that we believe can help the healthcare a lot, and it can automate the documentation process a lot. It also enables the patient to speak in any language that they need. It doesn't need to be English. They don't need to even understand English. They can just speak in any language, and the system will translate and fill out the form accordingly. And the idea is that in the future we do aim to make the device smaller so it's even more easy to carry around, and we want to test it on more large language models since recently even more powerful 1 billion parameter or 2 billion parameter models have been released. So we want to test the system on those as well, and we are actually working on a journal paper with all this extra analysis and extra details on it. And we are also trying to do some testings in the real world where we implement this system in a real hospital and see how it actually affects their workflow. So these are the references that we have used to for our research. And that'll be it. Any questions?
Abhinav, basically, according to me, this is an audio recording device.
Yes.
So, when you have recorded any information of patient,
Yes.
you have reported a generate a report. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So to convert this audio into a report, you have used any specific algorithm?
Yeah, we are using the transcription model called Whisper. So OpenAI's Whisper is what's doing the audio to text, like it's transcribing the audio. And then that is passed to a large language model that understands what has been said and accordingly extracts the required information.
So you have used any specific language, computer programming language to implement this?
Yeah, all of this was implemented using Python.
Sorry, which language?
The software aspects was implemented in Python, and the hardware stuff that we have done was in C.
So any specific library you have used of Python?
Yeah, so in Python we had used the faster Whisper library to interface with the Whisper model, and we had used OLlama to interface with large language models.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. So the follow-up question will be on what kind of data security measures are integrated into your devices? Any?
Well, excuse me, could you repeat that again?
I just want to find out if there are any kind of data security measurement or measures that are also integrated into your device.
Yes. So number one security thing is that our main focus was to keep it locally. So everything is stored on device itself. We don't want it to be like connected to the internet, because that itself opens it to like possibilities of being hacked or data being leaked. So number one, it is completely local, and secondly is that like it can use encryption to store the PDF files and the audio transcripts that are generated. And secondly, other than the actual documentation, the voice transcript and the audio that is recorded are not stored to maintain as much security as possible. Only the documentations are stored, and the documentations can be stored in when we do implement this in a hospital, whatever practices that they have in storing the documents, they can use the same practice to store the documents generated by this as well.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Abhinav. Now we'll move to our next presentation. Is Mr. Jay Thorat in the session? Mr. Jay Thorat, are you in the session?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So now I'd like to invite Mr. Jay Thorat to present his paper on digital transformation in retail marketing, adapting to evolving consumer expectation. Mr. Jay, are you facing any technical issues?
Give me, sir, 1 minute. Sorry.
Sure, sure. Jay, if you are facing any technical issues, we can take your presentation later because we have a time constraint here.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. So our next presenter is Miss Anusri P. Ma'am, are you in the session? Any co-authors with Anusri P are in the session? Mr. Venusri Saran R, are you in the session? Miss Shama SB, are you in the session? Miss Lina Mohanpure, are you in the session? Mr. Prajwal Boka, are you in the session?
Yes, sir.
So are you ready to present your paper?
Yes, yes.
Sure. So now I would like to invite Mr. Prajwal Boka to present his paper on study on emerging marketing strategy in new product diffusion.
Okay. Good afternoon, sir. Sir, can you visible now?
Yes, your screen is visible.
Okay, sir. Good afternoon, sir. I am Prajwal. Uh, my title is Study on Emerging Marketing Strategy in New Product Diffusion. Dathamege University of Higher Education and Research, Deemed University, School of Applied Science, Faculty of Commerce and Management Science, Savangi, Mege Varda. Introduction. New product diffusion is the process of how innovation spread among consumer in a market over time. Essential business to gain a competitive edge, increase market reach, and achieve sustainable growth. Ewart Rogers and DOI theory 2003 explained how innovation spread through communication channel within a social system. 5 adapter categories: innovators, early adopters, early majority, late majority, and leaders, each influencing Adaptation speed, market impact, consumer preference, technology, and industry trends shapes product division. Objective, examine the evaluating of traditional division theory in the context of digitalization and globalization. Identify key strategy employed by business to accelerate product adaptation. Research methodology, uh, type of study, description and explanatory descriptivity to document and under current marketing strategy. Exploratory to identify innovating and emerging strategy in new product division. Data type, secondary data, academic journal, artist, article on marketing strategy, product division models, industry report from market research firm, business publication article in magazine like Horville, Harville, Business Review, etc. Company case study published report on product launch and marketing company. Government and trade publication report on industry perform and innovation. Online database request JSTOR science direct pre revised literature web source reliable blogs webinar and marketing conference pre-recorded. Emerging marketing strategy in new product launch, social media, electronic media, and print media. Social media, data-driven marketing and predictive analytic, big data, and advantage analytic have realized marketing to become a highly praised and measurable practice. Omni-channels marketing strategy, omni-channels marketing emphasizes several channels, online and offline, to deliver a seen and concerned customer experience. Tester campaigns, tester campaign built anticipation by sharing short. Integrated tester context such as condoms, condoms, crepes, message, or blurred image video that spark launch. Live launch event, organizing live event on platform like Instagram, live Facebook, live YouTube, etc. Generated constant UGC campaign. Eco-organizing early adopters or loyal customer to share their experience on social media platform, promote, engage. Social media advertise with regarding data-driven uh, targeting inbuilt brand to reach using data inside allow for the dynamic placement of ad on TV and digital targeting specific audience segmentation based on interest and behaviors. Stream platform like Hulu, YouTube provide advertising targeting based on user activity. OTT and stream service advertising on platforms such as Netflix, Amazon Prime, uh, Spotify.
Mr. Prajwal, are you facing any internet
Hello.
connectivity issues? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Prajwal,
That
it
is a
seems that you
network
are
problem
facing
issue.
some internet connectivity issues. Can you find a spot where there will be no internet connectivity issues?
Yes, network problem issue. Hello,
Yeah. You are now audible. So can you continue?
sir. Net. Yes, sir. But network issue. Webinar and Webinar are an excellent way to engage with customer through product demo, Q&A session, and live polls. Platform like Zoom, YouTube Live, LinkedIn Live are popular hosting this event. Print media QR integration QR code in print advertise connect offline and online experience linking regards to product landing page or QR experience. For example, magazine advertise with QR code that lead to visual products demo. Personalized direct mail, personalized mailer um, targeting specialization specific customer segment such as a luxury catalogs with customer product recommendation are an effective strategy. Innovative and low copy advertise creative using strong visual that focus on product unique selling proposition. Special edition in interest product specific interesting in magazine or newspapers such as products special edition and insert product specific insert in magazine or newspaper such as product sample or a discount campaign can image read rider directly. Green message in print advertise of product by using recycled material or biodegradable paper. Credibility print advertise are perceived as more trustworthy than digital and credibility physical present increase recall and engagement. Targeted reach effective
Yeah,
for
I'll ask
niche
you to conclude your
or
presentation in the coming 1 minute.
okay sir. Findings product features drive adaptation complexities simplicity uh, obvious benefit promote products division. Conclusion new product is a multiple process that depends on products. Apple and Tesla provide that matching product features with consumer needs, establishing powerful emotional connection drive acceptation. Thank you, sir. Reference. Thank you, sir.
Rajal, you have used any specific algorithm or a specific technique?
Sorry.
Rajal, are you there?
So,
It seems Prajwal is facing some internet connectivity issues. So I think we can move towards our next presentation if the session chairs permit for it.
Okay.
Okay, sure. So our next presentation will be Mr. Jay Thorat. So are you ready? Mr. Jay?
Sir, this is the co-author Chetan Parikar. I
Okay.
keeping him ready. Just give a second, and he will present from my.
Okay. So how much time will it take, or else we'll move for the next presentation and you can give it later on.
Sir, please remove your slide. I am sharing the.
Okay, works.
Is it visible, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Hello. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, I am Jay Thorat from the University of Higher Education and Research, Savangi Varda. My research title is Digital Transformation in Retail Marketing Adapting to Evolving Consumer Expectations. Let's start a PPT presentation. Introduction. The retail industry is rapidly evolving with digital transformation, replacing traditional shopping method with technology-driven approaches. Modern consumer expect seamless, personalized, and sustainable shopping experience across multiple platforms. Technologies like AI, big data, automation, and digital payments are retail operation and consumer interaction. Retailers are most embrace omnichannel strategy, personalized marketing, and sustainability to stay competitive and driven long-term growth. Next, objective to examine the effect of digital transformation on retailer marketing strategy. This involves assessing the contribution of omni-channel retailing, AI-powered personalization, and data analytics in improving customer experience and business efficiency. To measure how changing consumer expectation driven digital marketing trends, this involves examining customer expectations of convincing personalization, sustainability, and payment technologies in driving contemporary retail strategy. Discussion. Customer expectation regarding customization. Competitiveness in such as competitive marketplace can only be ensured if a lot of investment goes into collecting, analyzing the data to figure out actionable trends from consumer behavior. Businesses could utilize predictive analytics to identify fresh trend, understanding the demand a client would show for their offering and make better informed decisions. In the age of data-driven innovation, adopting advanced analytic capabilities is no longer an option but a necessity. Most retailers who are data-driven will be best placed to predict and outmanage changes in consumer demand, react quickly to market development, and build enduring relationships. After that, consumer expectation and trend. Consumer demand seamless shopping experience across multiple platforms, including mobile and physical store. Personalization is a key trend with AI-driven recommendation, trailer performance, and customized product offering become essential. Speed and efficiency are circular as the shoppers expect fast delivery, instant consumer support, and hassle-free digital payment option. Sustainability influences buying decision with consumer preferring brand adopting eco-friendly packaging, ethical sourcing, sustainable business practices. Today's consumer shop across platform, website, apps, store. They want personalized, recommended, fast delivery, and easy payment. Brand must be also be eco-friendly and responsible consumer expert policy. Service and sustainability meeting this demand is a key of winning loyalty, stay competitive in retail market. Next are key strategy for retailers to adapt, leveraging big data and analytics. Retailer using big data to track shopping trends, manage inventory, and set smart price. Predictive analytics helps to reduce waste and keep popular item in stock. It also support dynamic pricing based on past trends. This tool help to improve sales, consumer satisfaction, and business efficiency in competitive market. Businesses could be utilized predictive analytics to identify fresh trends, understanding the demand client will be show for their offering and to make better informed decision. By using the above tools, retailer can be manage waste and reduce overstock with better inventory control to ensuring all high demand merchandise is always present. Predictive analytics is also most dependent on its pricing strategy. Retailers can dynamically update the price so that revenue optimization and competitiveness will be maintained in the process with the some help of studying past data, market condition, and trends. It consumer purchase. Challenges and opportunities. Sir, challenge and digital tools offering many benefits, but come with challenges. Old system can't easily handle new tech. Upgrades are expensive and time consuming. Cybersecurity is another major issue. Protecting consumer data requires strong security. Small business may struggle with high cost, but adapting is necessary to stay competitive, trusted. Will digital transformation present a lot opportunity to retail equal matching in terms of its challenges. One such challenge is incorruption of new technology into legacy system. Will the older infrastructure that may retailer utilize do not accommodate innovation technology such as AI, data, analytic, and pool-based solution. The time requires is considering long the requires significant alternation of through organization as well as big costly enough of creator the continuity of business. As threat of cyber attacks on retailer grow, serious security concern existing with regard to gathering and processing vast amount of sensitive customer data. High level of customer trust and regulatory compliances are required for effective protection against fraud, cyber attacks, and data breach. Advanced security measures, however, involve a very high cost are technically complex, posing present challenge to retailer adopting of digital comes with a cost barrier of small and mid-sized retailer. They refrain from the owing to extremely high cost necessity to support new system employing training and technology upgrades. Next, a conclusion. Digital transformation is no longer nice to have for retailer, but rather an absolute must-have. Retailers need to respond shifting consumer expectation quickly to do emerging new technology shift in their fabric of society. Consumers want to personalize experience, convenience, and brand that share their values, all of which demands leveraging cutting-edge technologies. Retailers will be able to better understand and predict the behavior of of consumer through the adoption of artificial intelligence, big data analytics, and omnichannel platform. They can therefore deliver tailored experience to streamline operation that lead into efficiency with the working of business. Business practice with the customer value like sustainability and transparency will be proved to be key to brand loyalty. Increasingly, consumer prefers brands that are reflecting of their personal values and may shift loyalty away from the brand if these values are not respected. Thank you, sir. Any questions, sir? Hello.
Sir, you have used any specific tool to implement this or a specific algorithm for big data?
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you have used any specific tool, data mining tool to implement this?
Sorry, sir.
To implement your work, you have used any specific tool or algorithm?
Sir, it's a review paper.
So in future, might be you have implemented this now.
Yes, sir.
So you have decided which algorithm or which tool you have used.
Sir, it's a secondary database. Yes, sir, I will plan.
In future, you have implemented this now or not?
Yes, sir, I will plan.
So you have implemented now. So you have any specific idea or you have read some papers at which algorithm or which tool you have used to implement this?
Yes, sir, I am working on it. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, I am working on it.
Okay.
Thank you.
So if there are no further questions or any suggestions, I think we will move forward with the session. Thank you, Jay.
Thank you, sir.
Now we have Mr. Rishabh Singh, who is going to present his paper on a comprehensive review and comparative analysis of lightweight cryptography algorithms regarding speed, power consumption, and memory usage.
Yes, hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let me share my screen. My screen is visible, I hope.
Yes, sir, your screen is visible.
Yeah. So let's start. First of all, my name is Rishabh Singh. These are the authors over here. Rishabh Singh, Vikas Kaul, Reena Kothari, Manthan Joshi, and Zainab Mizwan. My paper topic is a comprehensive review. Wait a second. And comparative analysis of lightweight cryptographic algorithms using speed, power consumption, and memory uses. I'm unable to change my slide. Okay, so that agenda or the table of contents that we are going to discuss is abstract, introduction, objective of the paper, design principle, application of the lightweight cryptography, performance evaluation, result and discussions, conclusions. So the rapid emergence of IoT has made it surmountable in devices with limited scopes. Basically, the paper is about the emerging 5G networks. Due to 5G networks, there are lots of IoT devices. Nowadays, we are using IoT devices. So every devices in our house is now being smart. Like for example, smart TVs, now smart fans, smart cameras, and we are using lots of sensors. So the communication between these devices, we need some encryption decryption algorithms which basically secure our communications. So the traditional algorithms that we basically use was AES, RSA algorithms, but these algorithms are basically very power consuming, hard to communicate, means it is quite difficult to implement these algorithms. It take more memories, space, everything. So we need to design, or there are already lots of lightweight cryptographic algorithms available. So we need to check the performance of these algorithms, and we can predict that which algorithms will be better to use in which devices. So introduction, the I have already said the emergence of 5G networks and IoTs has transformed how devices communicate and interact. So now devices can communicate with each other and they can also interact. So these technologies promise high data rates, low latency, and massive connectivity. So the speeds of the data, as we can see now onwards, there is an lots of internet issues while presenting. So we need high data rates, very low latency, network delay, especially critical for smart cities that we are planning, autonomous vehicles coming, and industrial automation. So the IoT devices often operate under constrained environments. There are limited power, memory, and processing capabilities. Since if we think about the camera have 2 GB, 3 GB, so very less memories a camera have, or so that cannot handle very high computational things. So basically, these IoT devices need algorithms which require less memory, less power, and processing capabilities. So we already discussed traditional cryptographic algorithms like AES, RS are very secure, but they are resource intensive for such environments. So there is an urgent need for lightweight cryptographic algorithms tailored for low resource devices while still ensuring robust security. So the primary objective of the paper was to uh, serving various lightweight cryptographic algorithms and their particular uses in 5G and IoT
Limited
applications.
time. So can you please jump to lightweight cryptography directly?
So basically, design principles of lightweight cryptographic primitives are smaller key and block sizes. The available algorithms have very large key sizes. So basically, we need smaller key size and block sizes. First, design principle. Second, simplified round functions. There are various rounds functions, so we need to reduce the round functions. Streamlined key scheduling. We need to reduce the complexity. For example, we can generate one time key and master key, and then we use it in variations, and minimalist implementation. For example, we can use only encryption sometimes where decryption is not required, such as without decryption to save resources. So these are the design principles of lightweight cryptography. The applications of lightweight cryptography are IoT, wireless sensor networks, medical devices, about pacemakers or insulin pumps, and many others devices which will be coming in the future. RFID systems. So these are few algorithms. Automation, vehicles, etc. can also be included. So these are few applications of lightweight cryptography. So the performance evaluation basically based, I have taken from the research papers, is basically speeds, power consumptions, and memory uses. So I have compared various algorithms which is available like DESL, Present, Simons, PAC, RC5, Photon, Cox, Spongent, and lots of many more algorithms. And after this comparison, these are the performance evaluation. This is the graph where when we talk about speed trends, the Trivium and Spec, we can see they perform very good. Next, we talk about power consumption. In power consumption, Cork and Spongent was very good. And further, in you can say memory uses, also Spongent and Present was good. So we can say when selecting the choice is upon the prioritization of matrix. For example, it depends upon the users for what purpose that user is using that algorithm. So if speed is critical for him, then he can go for Trivium and Spec. If low power, there is a power issues, then he can use Cork and Spongent. And similarly, if the memory constraint is there, then present and spongent can be more useful. And for balanced performance across matrix, Simon and specs basically offer optimal speed, low power utilization, and versatile implementation option. So the conclusion about this is lightweight crypto is essential now for ensuring secure communication in constant environments like IoT and 5G applications. A wide range of block ciphers, stream ciphers, and hand functions are available with unique trade-offs. Everyone has different security, efficiency, and different footprints. So there is no universal solution. Cryptographic algorithm selection must be aware based on specific device and application requirements. So continued research and development are necessary, and the paper serves as a foundation for the future studies and practical deployments. So these are the references, and thank you so much.
Okay, so I have a question. If you have any edge computing related application, which algorithm you will prefer?
What, ma'am? Not audible.
Okay, so if you are considering any edge computing based application, which algorithm will you prefer based
Edge
on
computing.
memory usage, based on speed, and based on computational power requirements?
Hash algorithms or what?
Which lightweight cryptographic algorithm will you prefer in edge computing for security purpose?
Edge computing, I'm not getting what that edge computing you are saying.
Edge computing, you don't know?
No, what that means edge
What
computing?
are the applications of lightweight cryptography?
Various applications, for example, autonomous cars, the autonomous things which are coming, IoTs.
Okay, so where they are used in autonomous cars? Where you can use these algorithms in autonomous cars?
Means chip level, for example, the sensors device, the basic what we can chips and all that sensors, for
So
example.
what will you do with this cryptographic algorithm on the chip?
For example, uh, if I take a camera, so camera, if the cameras record some data and it transfers to some other devices or some others, so in between there will be a lightweight cryptography which will encrypt these messages.
Okay, so in case of vehicular system to store the camera images, to encrypt the camera images, which lightweight algorithm? You have done the performance analysis, and you have
Yeah,
the result.
performance analysis I have not done. I have taken it from the different
Yes,
research
yes, yes.
papers.
But out of your results,
Yeah,
which algorithm is preferable in terms of speed, in terms of
Simon and spec will be more preferable.
and in
And
computational?
currently, one new algorithm Ascon has been developed.
Okay,
Yeah,
which one is the computation efficient algorithm?
competition efficient. It can be present and Simon spec. You can.
Okay, and where all this vehicular data will be stored? In the vehicle itself?
No, it will not be stored in the vehicle. So that is not I have done on that. Especially, I have not implemented anything. I have just gone through things about lightweight
Have
crypto.
you imagined ever where this all vehicle data on a, let us say, highway is stored, and where this data can be used?
This data can be used for example, for predictions. For example, if Google Map is using the data, how much traffic is there or something.
So where this data is stored then? If Google Map wants to use the data of all the vehicles, from where the Google Map
It
can
can be stored on cloud.
Okay.
Yeah.
So read about edge computing now.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. I'm unable to. Thank you so much, ma'am. Any other questions?
No, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, so if there are no further questions or any suggestions, we'll move to our next presentation. Our next presenter is Miss Lina Mohanapure. She'll be presenting a paper on study of impact of employee motivation on productivity with special reference to the banking sector. Lina, are you ready to present?
Yes, sir. My screen is visible.
Yeah, your screen is visible. But there's an issue, Lina. We are hearing an echo from your background.
Sir.
Please, can you just check your mic once?
Good morning, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Leena Munapure presenting our study of title The Impact of Employee Motivation on the Productivity in the Banking Sector, conducted alongside Chetan Parikar under the guidance of the Tamegi Institute of Higher Education and Research. Introduction. The employee motivation is a mutual of for the organization.
Hello, Lina. Are you facing any network connectivity issues or technical issues?
Yes, sir, technical issues.
Can you resolve it immediately, or we can just take your presentation later because already we are in a time crunch right now.
Okay, sir, give me a 2 minutes. Introduction. Employee motivation is the future of organization success, especially in the competitive and involving banking sector. Motivational workforce ensures the productivity and the customer satisfaction. This study examining motivation, influencer, productivity, and explore strategies to the foster a motivated workforce. Next slide. Objective of the study. To study of motivational strategy to ensure the employee performances and productivity. Second objective of the to identify the analyze the key motivational factor in affect employee productivity in the banking sector. Research methodology. Design qualitative analysis correlation between the motivation and factor, so like the incentive, work environment, and leadership style. Leadership sample size will be 174. Services industry employees selected 1,000 certified random sampling data collection statistic questionnaire using the 5-point linkage scale, assessing the factors such as the salary, bonus, training, and job security and leadership analysis. Person correction coefficient evaluate the relationship between motivation and productivity. Data interpretation, as we can see from the data correction, training and development ratio is equal to 0.68, most influential factor, and autonomy ratio is equal to 0.654, inches motivation, thousand of decision making freedom. Responsibility R is equal to 0.28, 6 to 8, trust accountability boost motivation, and job security ratio is equal to 0.625, sustainability empowers performance, moderate correction, leadership style ratio is equal to 0.591, work life balance 0 ratio is equal to 0.561, recognition R is equal to 0.5, 282 work environment. R is equal to 0.583. Collaborative to motivation, but are the secondary incentive factors. Low not to moderate correction. Salary ratio is equal to 0.538. Bonus ratio is equal to 0.515. Growth opportunity ratio is equal to 0.55. Teamwork R is equal to 0.532. Feedback R is equal to 0.494. Laser influencer on the motivation. Next slide. Key finding ensures the factors have a stronger impact on the motivation than the financial incentives. Strong motivation, training and development facilities, career growth, autonomy, decision making, freedom, incentives, motivation, responsibility, and accountability builds the trust and engagement. Job security provides the stability and satisfaction. Moderate motivators, leadership style, support career development, recognition peers, ensure the morally and engagement work environment important, but the next slide will conclusion. Our research indicate the insertees motivation like the training, autonomy, and the responsibility significantly impact the employee motivation. While the insertees factors like salary and bonus play a role, they are loss effective in a sustaining motivation. Organizations have to contribute a culture that incentives learning and development provided decision making autonomy and recognition empowers employee balance financial incentives with the job stability. These strategies can help the banking industry and the other services industry decision more effective employee motivation frameworks. References and thank you. Thank you for your attention.
Dina, where we use this system?
Yes, sir.
Where we use this system?
Varda. Varda, sir. Sir, I am audible.
Yes, Lina.
Sir, Varda.
What are the main objectives that you have fulfilled through this study or research paper or your work? Any two objectives?
To study motivational strategy to enhance employee performance and productivity.
So how you can implement or how you can achieve these objectives?
Primary studies.
Sir, can I interrupt? This is second author.
Yes, sir.
Parikar. Sir, we conducted the primary study we conducted survey, and on the basis of survey, we got our results. Okay. Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, so if there are no further questions or any suggestions, I think we can move to towards our next presentation. So next presentation is Mr. Kshama SB. Ma'am, are you in the session?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'd like to call
Sir,
Miss
I'm also in the
Kshama.
session. Sorry for interruption. Hello. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, I'm Anupama, sir. Actually, my session was little late, sir. 10 o'clock it was. So I didn't had a signal. So can you put my session after this madam's session? Kshama.
Yes, ma'am. I'll check the schedule and I'll let you
Thank
know in the
you.
chat box.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I'll be
Thank you.
online. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. So our next present is Miss Shama SB. She'll be presenting a paper on non-invasive glucose monitoring device.
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Can you see my shares slides, sir?
Yes, ma'am. It's visible.
Yeah. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Kshama SB from Manipal Institute of Technology, Bengaluru, India. My co-authors are Rana Kumari, Niranjan Murthy, Dayanand P, Srujan R. Bangra. So my paper title is Non-Invasive Glucose Monitoring Device. The overview of the presentation is introduction, current market trends and research, literature survey, non-invasive glucometer model design and its implementation, future perspective and the conclusion. The non-invasive glucometer, it's a device that measures blood glucose level without piercing the skin or drawing blood. So it helps diabetic patients monitoring glucose levels painlessly and frequently. So a question arises, what is the need of a non-invasive glucometer? So now current whatever the current status, if we consider, the diabetic rate is increasing in youths. So in growing status, it is very much required, there's a need of the glucometer. So there are two kinds of glucometer. One is the invasive and another is the non-invasive. In a traditional method, a finger prick is done in order to get the blood samples and the glucose level is measured. So, but problem with this that, so if the glucose, the severe diabetic patient, that glucose level need to be measured very much frequently. The frequent finger pricking that may feel uncomfortable to the patient. So alternative solution for this is the non-invasive glucometer. The advantages of the non-invasive glucometer is it is painless and there is no need for frequent test strips and it reduces the risk of infections and it improves the patient adherence to the monitoring. The non-invasive glucometer, it works on different kinds. So it may be depends on the optical spectroscopy or electrical impedance spectroscopy or reverse entomophoresis and microwave sensing. And even the analysis, the glucose level can be measured based on the sweat, tears, and fluid glucose level present in these elements. So based on this, we can see the different types of a non-invasive glucometer. One is the optical based devices, another one is the bioelectrical electronic sensors, wearable devices, and even one minute. Yeah. So wearable breath analysis. These are all the different types of the non-invasive glucometers we can see in nowadays. What are the challenges of the or limitations of the non-invasive glucometer? The main problem with the non-invasive glucometer is the accuracy related to the readings. So the compared to invasive or the pricking, the taking the blood sample and measuring that reading which gives the accurate measurement. But compared to that one, non-invasive glucometer accuracy is a bit lesser. That is the main challenge related to the non-invasive glucometer. Another one is the calibration requirement, and next one is the as it is a non-invasive, many external factors will be impacting on the readings. And one more major problem is with the non-glucometer is that cost and regulatory approval hurdles. So these are all the main challenges of the non-invasive glucometer. So next is the current market trends and the research. The main companies like Abbott, Dexcom, Glucowise, these are all the companies they're mainly working on non-invasive glucometer. So they are trying to implement AI implemented glucose prediction, and they are trying to integrate with the smartphones and IoT for real-time monitoring. So next is the literature survey. So many papers we have surveyed, and majorly we have considered three in the presentation. And first one is the Joseph. So here Joseph et al. They have explored the possibility of inserting sensors into the patient's bodies for extended glucose monitoring. And next one is the Misha and Tabassum et al. So they have proposed some proposals to improve the portability of a recently reported capacitor sensor based on invasive glucometer. And Sehi et al. So they have did the analysis in order to they have produced the results and reported the challenges in optical signals of aerolobe sensors at 660 and 940 nanometer and three wavelength single finger sensor at 660, 850 and 940 nanometer. So actually here in our paper, we have considered the 940 nanometer sensor based on the results that are obtained in this paper. This is the model that is designed by us. That is a non-invasive glucometer model design. Here is the place where the patient has to insert his fingertip and put the pressure on the sensor. So once the sensor is active and mobile sensor is active, the signal will be sent to the mobile app. In the mobile app, the login detail need to be entered and need to get into the login. And once they log into the home page, this is what the home page you will be receiving. It will be displaying the details of the diabetic patients or the different types of the diabetes, and it's
Excuse me, ma'am.
yeah.
Yeah, you have 1 minute of time left. Please try to conclude in that time frame.
Yeah, okay. This is the result. Once the when we will be having open glucometer, we have to click on this button. Once it is plus on this button, so the result will be calculated. The glucose level will be calculated and it will be displayed. And the whatever the condition is there, that will be displayed here. And even as the user can maintain the its own account for the emergency purpose, also the doctor details can also be entered in that one. And these are all the statistics the readings that is also available in the mobile app. And this is the block diagram. Here first the readings so fingertip will be put into the place into the device, and then the infrared will be new infrared will be emit the signals, and then that will be received by the photodiodes, and these photodiodes then they converted, those signals will be converted into digital signals, and that will be received by the microcontroller. Here we have used the node MCU microcontroller. So here once the signal has been received, so based on the calibration experiment, the calculation has been calculated and displayed on the mobile phones and LED that is placed in the device. And this is the flowchart of the system. Once the signal has been received and once the glucose level has been determined, so based on the levels, so it is displayed as a low sugar, normal, or the high. This status has been displayed on the mobile app. The implementation is followed in these steps: design, architecture, UI. So first the architecture has been designed and the user interface has been designed, and in order to store the details, MySQL has been used, and hardware implementation is done. At the end, all these applications are integrated together. The system architecture is like this. First, the NIR light source, which emits the rays, and then once you put the finger, the glucose molecule will scatter the wave. So rays that are received, received on the emitted by the NIR, and based on the wavelengths, the density of the glucose will be determined. And so that determination, so whenever it received the signal, the analog to digital conversion has been done, and for that one the omega 328p is used, and that conversion signal has been sent to the microcontroller will do the calculation, and the result will be displayed on the mobile app. The future perspectives are, so the still the actually the experiment has been conducted, and for that sake the AccuCheck glucometer, it is a traditional blood sample testometer is used, and that is compared with the model that results of the model that we have obtained. So we have got the 91% of the accuracy. Still there is a need for improving the accuracy, and need to enhance the materials for the sensors and battery reliability, and still more improvement need to be done in the mobile application. So last is a conclusion. Finger prick, the test becomes impractical during the severe diabetic condition. So when it is frequently testing is required. So alternative solution for this one is the non-invasive glucometer. So this paper has proposed the NIR spectroscopy based non-invasive glucometer. So the data analysis conducted on the non-invasive glucometer that demonstrated that the success system is a viable and effective approach for measuring the patient's glucose sugar level. So without the need of the finger tape, so which creates a comfortable in the patients. Even we have taken feedback from the patients as well. They felt very comfortable with the while taking the readings, and the compared to others, it is a more cost effective, and still for the accuracy, improving the accuracy purpose, research need to be done. And this is about the paper, and these are all the references. Thank you. Hello, any questions?
Yes, if I may come through there, I just want to find out what is the novelty of your device compared to those traditional blood glucose testing device which has been around in the market. If you can just explain that novelty. Thank you.
Actually, it is in still we have done the research, sir. Still, it is not available in the market. Actually, this is in the experiment level.
Okay, so also if it's in the experimental level, you need to be very, what can I call it? You need to be, I don't know which word can I use, but to be forward and be more precise about the novelty, because already there are some of the devices which are on the market. So yours should also capture the market because it's coming with something which was never there before. That contribution is what needs to be visible from the onset. So if also you are doing the survey, you are still doing the literature review of it, but you need to be explicit at the beginning of what is it that your device separates itself from the other devices on the market. That's my contribution to what's your paper. Thank you.
Okay. Actually, the mobile application it is having, we have used the AI model classification model. It has been trained, so that is not there in the existing system.
Yes, so that's the nobility, the novelty we're speaking about, that differentiation which ought to be explicit from the onset. Even if somebody takes from your research and then build up a PhD research title, at least it will advance them and then also help them to close the knowledge gap in terms of, we know that already there are some mobile apps which are available, but this one comes with a different flavor or comes with a different adds-on top of that, which separates itself from the other ones which have been on the mainstream.
Okay, sir.
Pleasure.
So if there are not any further questions or suggestions, I think we can move towards our next presentation. Thank you, Shama ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the suggestions also. Thank you very much.
Okay. Do we have Miss Anusri P in the session or any of the co-authors? Are in the meeting any of his co-authors?
Hello, sir. Sir, I'm in the meeting. Can I present now?
Yeah, sure. You can commence with your presentation.
Yeah, sir. Is my screen visible, sir?
Yes, your
Hi,
screen is
can
visible.
you?
You can
Is my voice clear?
commence with your presentation.
Okay. Is my voice clear?
Yes, your voice is clearly audible.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm R. Venusri Saran. I, along with my co-artists Nanda Kishore, Gautam Raja, and under guidance of Raja Lakshmi ma'am, present our research title, Knee Osteoarthritis Analysis Using X-ray Images. Uh, knee osteoarthritis is a degenerative joint disease that causes pain, stiffness, and reduced mobility. According to WHO, around 365 million people globally suffer from knee osteoarthritis, and this number is projected to rise due to aging population and increase in obesity rates. Early diagnosis is critical and effective treatment to prevent traditional further deterioration. Traditional X-ray analysis is manual, time-consuming, and prone to errors. With advances in artificial intelligence, CNN provide faster automation and more accurate medical image analysis. Our project aims to develop a custom CNN-based system that classifies osteoarthritis severity using Kellgren's Lorentz system into 5 categories, which is normal, doubtful, mild, moderate, and severe. Our motivation to this research is because osteoarthritis is a leading cause disability worldwide, and misdiagnosis or delayed diagnosis worsen patients' outcomes. Automating using CNN can significantly enhance diagnostic speed and accuracy. A real-time prediction tool can assist clinic doctors in making faster decisions and data-driven decisions too. Our objectives in the studies are develop a custom CNN-based system and compare it with traditional CNN architectures. Classify knee osteoarthritis using Kellgren-Lorentz system and achieve high classification accuracy. and provide a real-time prediction through a web-based interface. Literature review. Several studies have explored deep learning approaches for knee osteoarthritis detection. Researchers have used CNN models such as ResNet, VGG, and Inception for classification. However, the challenge remains is in achieving high accuracy generalization across dataset and real-time implementation. Our study aims to improve these aspects using custom CNN model and a real-time deployment. Problem statement. Manual X-ray analysis for arthritis diagnosis have several limitations. Slow, error, and large-scale screening are impractical. Variability in diagnosis accuracy among radiologists. These are the engineering standards which we followed. Realistic constraints. Despite its potential, our research faced some real-world constraints like data availability, computational resource, model complexity, generalization, and deployment challenges. Block diagram. This slide presents the overall architecture of a CNN-based system. We designed custom CNN model to process X-ray images and classify arthritis severity into 5 classes. The first block where the data set is being processed, and next block the data set is being augmented and stuff, and the next block where the data augmented images are going to the model, and next is the training phase where model trains going through multiple epochs, and next is evaluation and deployment of the model. Results. This is our dataset consists of image over 9,000 images. This is the dataset distribution which we used. This is the data augmented images, and this is our custom CNN layers. I'll just give a quick brief about what the layers do. We begin with a convolution 2D layer having 64 filters, followed by a max pooling layers reduce the spatial dimensions from 198 across 98 to 99. This pattern is repeated with increasing filter sizes, going through 128, 256, and 512. And each convolution block is being followed by a max pooling to reduce dimensionality while retaining the key features. After the convolution block, we use a flattened layer to convert the 3D features map into 1D vector size of 51,200, preparing it for dense layers. These dense layers progressively reduce dimensions. First, a flattened dense layer with 256 units, followed by a dropout layer to prevent overfitting. Then the additional dense layers with 128, 64, and 32 units interspread with another dropout layer. The final dense layer has 5 output neurons corresponding to 5 KL grades of knee osteoarthritis.
Excuse me,
Notably,
Ministry sir. We have 1 minute of time left. Please try to conclude your paper within the time frame.
Okay, sir. So this is the accuracy and loss curve for the custom CNN model. Our custom CNN model have achieved almost 87% of validation accuracy and training accuracy of 96%, which is very remarkable compared to other traditional models. Our model slightly overfits, but it performs as the dataset is used. This shows a very minimal overfitting. This is the confusion matrix of the custom CNN model. It shows very minimum number of images across different predicted labels. This is the classification report of the custom CNN model across various severity grading, and it performs very well. It is consistently above 80%, which shows an promising results. And this is for CodeNet. CodeNet actually does this model is not this model architecture is not compatible with this particular knee osteoarthritis direction. This is the confusion matrix for it. This is the classification report. You can see it performs very bad. Mostly all the severity classification are precisions are below 60%, which is not good for optimal for this. And this is multi-res unit. Multi-res unit also performs an average. It gives around accuracy, validation accuracy of 57 and training accuracy of 58%, which is very normal average. This is the confusion matrix for the multi-res unit. This is the classification report. You can see across the various classes, it performs very average. And this is the convolution X model, which is the second best compared to the custom CNN model. It gives the validation accuracy of 85% and 93% in training. This is the confusion matrix of convolution next. This is the classification report. You can see it gives an average of above 80% in precision. This is the inception ResNet model. It is the third best model when in a comparative study. It gives validation accuracy of 72% and a training accuracy of 73%. This is the confusion matrix. This is the inception ResNet classification report. This is a SwinNet U encoder. This is a transformer model. Transformers, we
Mr.
thought
Venusri,
transformers.
please try to conclude the presentation.
Okay. This is the last model. I'll conclude with this. This is the confusion matrix. This is the classification report. And this is an streamlit web-based interface which we deployed for a real-time application. We could go here, browse the file, upload the file, and it shows the GradCam of the image, GradCam of the X-ray image, where the CNN model sees through to find the osteoarthritis disease. And it predicts the severity. This is the overall comparison of the all models. Our custom CNN models perform better than the rest of the models. This is overall. This is the training numbers and validation accuracy numbers. These are the papers which we had for reference, which we took for reference to write the paper and the project. Thank you. Is there any questions I could take?
Yes, good presentation. But on your entire presentation, I didn't see your area under curve. I didn't see your receiver operating characteristics. What could be the reason why you omitted them? Because they are part of the evaluation for performance.
Actually, area under curve. We had an option of giving area under curve and giving a classification report. The classification report, as you see, it gives a detailed number description of everything, which the area under curve gives actually. So this is better than the area under curve graph.
Yes, because you've already included your confusion matrix. So normally when we do the confusion matrix, we also attach the plotting for the area under curve so that we can see the imbalances and the balances of your particular data set. And then also we can interpret also from that angle. So I would recommend that maybe when you do a follow-up on the particular research paper, or you doing a full journal paper, you include that particular area under curve, so that whoever is evaluating your paper can see the entire process which you undertook. Also, another angle which you need to include is your exploratory data analysis. We need to also see your exploratory data analysis, how your data, you visualize it before you could even train it, so that we can see any imbalances, we can see any outliers, we can see any noise from that particular data. So when you write a full journal, please include some of that information. Just my recommendation. Thank you.
Okay, thanks very much. Thanks. That's it. Is there any other questions?
Okay, so there seems to be no further questions or suggestions. So thank you, Venusri Saran, for your presentation.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Can we leave?
No, please stay in the meeting. Just stop your screen sharing.
Okay.
Yeah. So is Miss Venusri P in the session? Any of the co-authors? Okay. So that concludes our session 6A. I sincerely thank our authors for the excellent presentations and contribution in this session, and all our participants for being a part of this international conference. I hope this session was informative enough. We, on behalf of the whole team, thank you for the support during this 9th version and all the previous 8 versions of the conference. We will be happy to have you in the 10th version in 2026. All the presenters would be getting the digital certificates through email within 2 working days. Further, all the papers have already forwarded to the Springer. The publication will be live within 6 months. Kindly cooperate with the team of ICTIS 2025. I also thank our session chair, Dr. Ilyas, for chairing the session. So, this is a token of appreciation on behalf of the team ICTIS 2025 and Global Knowledge Research Foundation and partners. Thank you for your valuable presence.
It's my pleasure, and also thanks for all the participants for a robust session which we had.
Yes. So, I kindly request you all to switch on the camera for a quick snapshot of the virtual conference. I request all the authors and the presenters to please switch on your cameras. Okay. Thank you all. Stay safe and take care.